Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, what crap have I bought this time? It's a Dell Adamo 13 laptop. It's a bit special in my opinion, so I've put together some fancy B-roll to show it off. Then we'll come back and I'll go through my plans for it. Launched in early 2009, the Dell Adamo 13 was a high-end luxury laptop, claiming to be the world's thinnest, and I believed them. It was intended to compete with Apple's recently launched MacBook Air in both build quality and price. Featuring low voltage Core 2 Duo processors and starting at around £1,700, it was a lot of money. It's got Ethernet, 3 USB ports, one of them being a combination eSATA port and a display port, as well as a power in. Then on the right hand side there's a SIM card slot for optional 3G and a 3.5mm headphone jack. It is kinda heavy, weighing almost 2 kilograms, but I love how solid the thing is. It definitely feels like a premium product. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, a webcam and a backlit keyboard. What more could you want? Well, maybe in 2009 a disk drive would have been nice, but Dell did sell an external one. It's got an eject button on the keyboard, above which you can see it's got some touch sensitive media buttons as well. Unfortunately, like a lot of Adamos I've seen, they develop air bubbles behind the glass in front of the display, but it's still usable. I'm running Debian on here at the moment whilst I'm playing around with it, but Windows 10 wasn't as bad as you might think. It's still capable of web browsing, albeit a bit slow, and watching Netflix is possible without too much fuss. YouTube also plays absolutely fine. The speakers aren't great, they're probably clear and loud enough, but anyway, back to work. The Adamo came in two colours, Onyx Black, which is basically a brushed aluminium, and Pearl Silver, which is aluminium but with a fancy pattern. It looks to follow the shapes of the vents on the back. I like them both, but I prefer the black one. The keyboard is pretty solid with decent travel for the thickness of the laptop, though the keys don't have much texture to them, so I find that my fingers slip from time to time. The trackpad has this nice swirl pattern to it that reminds me of later Asus laptops. It's really responsive and supports multi-touch scrolling, and below that we've got the left and right click. The rear of the Adamo comes in handy as a grip like all the ThinkPads with extended batteries, so I can hold it and carry it around whilst typing or using a mouse still. As for thermals, it doesn't get very warm thanks to the ultra low voltage Core 2 CPU, so fan noise is minimal if it ever comes on. Although the laptop is 11 years old, the battery seems to hold a charge for about 2.5 hours still. Pretty impressive. Right, I hope you enjoyed that edit I put together. Now, what do I have planned for this? Obviously I've bought it used, and you can probably see that there was a few marks about on the laptop, a couple of marks around the back side, and anyway. So I bought a brand new old stock palm rest for it, which is also the chassis that goes around the edge of the laptop. So we'll be replacing that with a new one, and a part I'm quite happy to have gotten hold of is a brand new old stock top end motherboard. Now this is the one with 4 gigs of RAM and the Core 2 Duo, I think it's SL9600, which is a 2.1 GHz processor. Currently this one has a SU9300, which is a 1.2. So it should be quite a big upgrade. I'm looking forward to that. I'm also hoping to get a new bottom cover for this, which is actually the battery as well, as that's a bit scratched up. A new keyboard and also a new lid assembly. Maybe I can get one without bubbles on, and I know it's got a few marks on this side, so I'd like to get a new one of those. A couple of scratches on the glass. So I'll be changing these parts out in a future video, so I'd recommend if you want to subscribe to the channel, you'll get notified when I upload that, and thanks for watching.